and they love freedom are wide open, and places like California and Toronto are completely locked down? No, it's the people there. The government will push it as far as you allow it. And I'm happy to say that you guys haven't let them push it as far as Ontario. But now it's the time we have to push back. We've been having protests now for like over 13, 14 months. So last year, it was about growing our numbers. It was about waking people up. It was phase one of United Non-Compliance, the global awakening, where we elevated people's level of consciousness beyond the perception that is controlled by their television and their government. The perception that tells them that all these restrictions, the mask wearing, the forced business closure, forcible confinement in a government hotel that you pay for, is all for your own safety. Reality check. It's about control. It's all about control. And that's what we learned in 2020 from hearing people like me and other people speak over and over and over again. So now we're in 2021, and now their agenda has moved so far forward, we're almost at their mid-end game, which is the vaccine passport. You guys know about that, right? The so-called conspiracy theory that's already law in Israel and creating an absolute public health crisis. It's already law in New York State. Places like Texas, Florida, Missouri, and others have drafted executive orders directly to block this. Here in Canada, the government pretends like it doesn't even exist, when really they're about to try to slip it through the back door, right on the back of mass vaccination compliance. And how are they planning on obtaining that compliance? With these untested, unapproved, pretty much unsafe, and shots that don't hold the manufacturers or the government liable, even if your family is maimed or killed. So how do they plan to get you to take something so bad for you? Well, they just changed the law. I don't know if any of you know this, and this is very important, and I want everybody to make a special note of this. Up until 2021, it was illegal for your employer to fire you if you refuse the vaccination. But now, they can. So the government keeps telling you they're not going to impose mandatory vaccination on you. Meanwhile, they've changed the law so your employer can fire you if you don't take it, and now they're getting every large corporation to send out memos to employees saying exactly that. Take the vaccine or you'll be fired. This is a crime against humanity. This is something that cannot stand. It's this, along with the forced business closures, and the forced business closures have a sinister intent too, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't know this already, CERB, C-E-R-B, was just a precursor to what they really want, which is universal basic income. A so-called conspiracy theory last year, once again, now already making its way through Parliament with a huge push with using the ideology that we have so many businesses closed and we have so much unemployment, we need it. Well, why do we have those businesses closed? Is it because of COVID or is it because of the government? Thank you very much. So when the government's creating a problem and offering you a solution that's going to create an even bigger problem, that's just another reason to just say no. And that's what they want. That's why they didn't want me coming here today. It's not because I'm really a terrorist. I didn't come here to blow up the marina. But what did I come here to do? I came here to inform Canadians that they have rights and freedoms. You know, the rights and freedoms that our government pretends that they covet, that our government advertises to the rest of the world as a reason why Canada is a place where you want to live. Meanwhile, when I go out and tell Canadians about their rights and their freedoms and how to assert those rights and those freedoms, all of a sudden, I'm some kind of terrorist. And that only makes sense if the government is trying to harm you. If the government was really upholding their oath, upholding their word, and really had what's best for you in mind, they wouldn't be trying to silence a truth teller. They'd be supporting me. They'd be telling me, yes, you're a great man for telling Canadians they have rights and freedom. But they're doing the exact opposite. And that's how you know this isn't about your safety, it's about control. And we can prove this by taking any one of their so-called restrictions for your safety and analyzing it through a lens of safety and through a lens of control. Watch how easy this is. So it's safer for you to go to Walmart with 300 people than it is for you to go to a hair salon with 1 or 2 chairs inside. Does that make sense? Obviously not. But if you look at it from a standpoint of control and wanting to strangle small businesses, it makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Yes. Then we got number 2. This is my favorite one, because this just goes to show you how far it's going to go in court with all these so-called fines they've been handing out. You're safer if you get a test at the airport, then get on a bus full of people from the airport, go to a government facility full of people from the airport, wait there a day, and then go to your house, versus simply going to your house. It sounds ridiculous because it is ridiculous. Unless you look at it through a lens of control and wanting to deter travel and wanting to make travel so traumatic for the people that actually try it that they'll be begging for a vaccine passport that allows them to skip the hotel quarantine. And that's why I made the airport video to let Canadians know you never need to give in to medical tyranny to access your rights. And we're going to prove that again. Because I went all the way west to Vancouver from Toronto. And now I'm making my way all the way back. Only this time I'm not going alone. This time we started a freedom convoy. We got hundreds of people in it, and every stop we make along the way, we plan on adding more until we get to that so-called invisible border between Manitoba and Ontario, where they vow they have a checkpoint that's going to prevent Canadians from accessing their Section 6 charter rights, freedom of movement. So we're going to show them by the time we get there, just like I showed you all at the airport, that our rights and freedoms matter. And once you assert your rights and freedoms, the only consequences for your actions will be retaining your freedom. And then we plan on making our way right to Montreal for May 1st, which is going to be the largest protest in the history of this lockdown. I don't want to speculate numbers, but I'm telling you, it's going to be the powder keg that turns the tide on this. Thank you. But you got to come away from here with more than just good words, more than just inspiration. 2021 is phase 2 of United Non-Compliance. And phase 2 is taking action. Yes. Taking action through organization and implementation. We have the numbers now. Look how many people are here today. How many people here own a business? Thank you. You guys are the first group I'm going to target. Because now I'm going to show you guys how to organize, implement, and take action that will get results. First group is the business owners. You guys are the most important group. You guys represent 97% of all the businesses in Canada, over 70% of all the jobs in Canada, and a huge chunk of our GDP, and basically represent the entirety of the middle class. And this is why you are the number one target of the government's restrictions. Because you are the independent ones. You are the ones that can most easily just say no. So what do they want to do? They want to crush your business. They want to make you unemployed. They want to make all the people that you used to employ unemployed. What does this do? This takes away your independence. It makes you dependent upon them, and they can put you on universal basic income with strings. You're going to download that contact tracing app. You're going to take your vaccine, and you're never going to have the money or the ability to start your own business again. That's what they want. This is what they're doing. And that's why you guys are the first group. And right now, I want to see 3 people volunteer to be the leader of this small business group. Who's ready to volunteer? Those first 3 people come up and stand right here beside me, because we got to do this right. I want everybody to introduce yourself, please.
I'm Marina. I have a barbershop in Lake Country. I've had it open for a year. No masks. I'm 60 years of age. This is bullshit.
My name's Justin Klaus. I'm well known for the Anmore Party. I own Public Relations Canada, and we publish news at publicrelationscanada.com. It is definitely along the lines of anti-mask. Pro-face.
I want to address first, before I introduce the last person, we got to address that term, anti-mask. What the heck does that even mean? Humans are not meant to wear masks. So if you wear a mask, you are a masker. If you don't wear a mask, you are a human being. What does anti-mask have to do with closing a business? What does anti-mask have to do with travel restrictions? What does anti-mask have to do with freedom? It's a label to derail the conversation. And let's get rid of it now. Don't go anywhere, we still need you. Sorry, and you, introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, my name is Trisha and I have a business called Wing Woman Dating Services where I do 30-minute Zoom interviews to help guys with their online dating profiles.
Perfect. So we got three. Oh, you want to?
Yeah. My name is Ryan Scarpino. I'm the owner of Dynamic Tattoo Studio over here on Bernard. And I've been tattooing with no mask on. I've been telling people they don't need to wear a mask in my shop. We don't believe in this bullshit. You know what I mean? You come down here, you can feel free, you can feel normal in my studio. That's why I tell everyone, you feel normal here.
That's right. That's right. We're not living in the Twilight Zone. All you need to do to retain your normality is take off your mask and open your business. It's that simple. So now we have our first group. These are the group leaders. They're going to make on all the different types of social media apps a group called, and remember this, it's going to be recorded by a lot of people, so it's on there, Kelowna Small Businesses. And after we're done talking today, I'm not going to go anywhere. I know everyone's going to want to see me and stuff, so I'm going to set up somewhere and you guys can all come and talk to me. All the small business owners go and talk to one of these four. Get your name on the group list. And then every one of your assignment is when you leave here today, talk to as many other small business owners that you have to keep adding people to this list. And by May 24th, our long weekend across Canada, our big holiday weekend, we will open all the businesses at once. We have time to do it. We just have to organize, implement, and take action. And now I showed you how. These four people are going to be standing at this part of the stage at the end of my talk, so all the small business owners, come talk to them. In the meantime, they're going to create those groups on Telegram, WhatsApp, Signal, all those different apps, so everybody can become part of the group one way or the other. The idea here is to get a couple hundred businesses by May 24th. That is your goal, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm owner of Big Bear Landscaping. I'm on Cherryville and I came all the way out here to join this thing today. Government helped me build my business and now they want to take it away from me. I can't figure that one out. I put the no mask sign on my truck and I drive around and I show everybody that you shouldn't be wearing a mask. My workers, he's COPD, so I have to display it just so people don't look at us weird because we're driving around without a mask. I wear this because I actually saw dust all day long, and it doesn't even work. I'm still choking on the dust, so it's useless.
The mask is definitely useless. Thank you, small business owners. You are free to go back to your lives for now. The second group. This is the group I'm probably the most upset with, because this is the group that should be doing anything for their children. And I'm talking about the parents who are concerned about the mass and social distancing for their children, especially in schools. Where are you? Where are y'all? Where are all these concerned parents? Parents, you should be willing to take a bullet for your children, let alone stand up to a school principal. That's insane. So, I want the same thing. I want 3 volunteers to represent the concerned parents. Where are they? Come on up here. And as you come up here, I'm going to tell you what we want to do. No problem, I will take it. So, what are we going to do with these concerned parents before I introduce everybody? We're going to get as many parents organized for every school region that we can. It's hard to get a lot of parents in a single school, but it's easy to get a lot of parents in a single region. Once we have a coordinated front for each region, they're going to hire a legal team, that are going to represent them all, and you're going to do a giant lawsuit all at once with the cost divided up between a lot of different people, so it's not going to cost a lot, and it's going to preserve and protect the future of your children. So here we go. We're going to introduce these. Lionesses right here. And wives and all mothers. What the hell is going on here? Where are the Canadian men? Men, this is why we're in this mess. You are supposed to be the fighters, the protectors. And what do we have? 100% women up here to protect their children. Come on, guys. All the power to these women. That's absolutely incredible. And this is what I've been seeing since the inception of the lockdown. We have women that are standing up, and we have the men not standing up. So let's do a round of applause for the ladies, because honestly they deserve it. Oh, look at that. Now we have some fathers, You didn't change any diapers either, did you? All right, we're going to introduce everybody real quick.
My name is Dab, and I have two girls here, Peyton and Ashley.
And that's why we're here, everybody, for the children. Let's get that straight.
Hey man, it's Dean here, Patriot Parabellum on YouTube. I've been fighting for you guys for over a year. They kick my ass off every channel they can find. I've got 2 kids. Chris, I will die for my kids, and I will die for yours, and I will kill for your kids as well.
That's what I'm talking about. Now we have a real man on stage.
My name's Jeff. I have 4 kids, elementary to middle school. And when they told me that my kids had to be masked all day, every day, that was the last day I ever wore a mask. I'm done with it. I won't do it anymore. My wife, Chelsea Frank, she's running for school trustee. You may have saw her signs last time. Vote for her in the by-election coming up, end of June. Chelsea Frank, watch for the signs.
Amazing. And that's what it takes. It takes someone to just say, enough is enough. I'm not wearing this mask anymore. And it's that simple.
My name's Joel Peterson, and my son is 6 years old. He lives in northern Alberta, and he's homeschooled now. And you know, with these borders that are coming up, it's just such bullshit, and we all need to come together here.
And I'd like to add, I heard the number one excuse I hear from parents who keep the mask on their kids is, what am I supposed to do? Bring my kids home from school? Yes! Thank you.
Hi there, my name is Marina. I've got 2 daughters, one in grade 8 and one in grade 11.
I can give that to Chris. There's 500 masks in there.
And my grade leader is like, Mom, help me get the mask off.
Give him the hockey stick too. Because that's a stir in the pot.
We have to change this shit. It's bullshit.
Complete bullshit. I'd like to add, the average age of a COVID death in Canada is in the mid-80s.
Fuck,
95% of the dead are over 60. There have been more overdoses and suicides in otherwise young and healthy people in BC than there have been in COVID deaths in people under 60. That's reality, ladies and gentlemen. This is the real tragedy. All the diseases that are caused by social disruption are off the charts. Well, elderly deaths have basically stayed steady because they reclassify things like flu deaths as COVID deaths, reclassify things like heart attack as COVID deaths, and this has to stop.